Wonderful. Right. So, first of all, again, thank you so much again. It's been a while. We haven't had our LLP call since the last time. We just got so busy with so many things happening with end of the year, and of course, in the New Year call, mega call, and we tried having a few other calls, but then we had some other important calls like the exit token call come up and take place. So, today I had on my list of topics, of course, we can always have Q&A. That's really the point of this group chat is that we can share ideas and you can ask your questions. But in my calendar today, I wanted to focus on two main things. One, of course, was my Google Drive that I have. And I wanted to make sure that you all know how to use this because, I use it on a daily basis, like daily basis. And oftentimes people keep asking me for information. And I thought, why not give you guys a nice little rundown of what my Google Drive looks like and how I actually use it. All right. So going to quickly open up uh, my Google Drive here. And I'm not sure if you all have your own sort of cloud-based drive program, but it's pretty powerful nowadays not to store things locally on your computer. So, of course, I do subscribe to a monthly service from Google to have more Google space. I also have one for Apple because you know, just like my Google Drive documents, I do have some documents that are more like personal documents, things like, like your taxes perhaps, or, your personal files. And I use Apple's cloud service, for that. So it's worth it if you need to eventually buy more spacing. It's definitely worth it. And so you can see here, I'm going to share my screen, go to here. So, so here's my drive. And to show you, I have basically, just the older folder, older folder of GWT and Opulence Global. And then I have my personal stuff. So today, though, I want to talk about this Opulence Global. And this is where I've shared this with all of you. Let me just grab a link again. But I'll show you first. So in here, basically is a lot of times you want to send a prospect something, right? A brochure, a comp plan, something like that. And you want to have a place where you can actually find your information quickly. And so this is what I want to share with you guys that you can also create your own Google Drive if you wanted to, or just somehow bookmark the link that I sent to you. So in here, there's a lot of different things, and I'm just gonna go through each one by one, so you know what I'm using this stuff for. It's actually pretty straightforward. So under approach in business, I had some scripts that we used to use on how to approach someone for the business and how to approach someone as a special guest, right? I've had the booklet, and the booklet is simply just, when you order your products, there's a small booklet that comes inside. I just kept a copy. I don't really use the booklet, but I just put everything here in case. A boot camp, sometimes leaders ask me, well, Renee, where do you have your boot camp files? And I've stored all of the boot camps that we've done, here. And so whenever I need to go and do a training, I can look into these different folders. Here's Danny's PowerPoint on boot camps, right? And so and again, feel free to always ask us, Renee, do you have a newer version of this document that's here? Because I want to use it or I want to do a training. Because again, I do try to keep this updated whenever I am using it. And so, but there might be some things that are slightly outdated. I did just recently go through this again before today's call and actually re-update everything again. All right. So, of course, brochures, you have here a lot of brochures that you can be using. We have, for example, the FOL fact sheet that I'm not sure if you've even seen this before, but we have a fact sheet, for example, for FOL. Um, and there's like the very flawless brochures. Now, the flawless ones I had to update because it's still using the older imaging. So I'm waiting for that as well. But without the brochure in simplified Chinese, in Spanish, in traditional Chinese, in English. And here's actually another one I didn't even know we even had, is our trifold. I'm not sure who knows we have a trifold of the Safe Home Revolution, but we actually have one. And so oopsies. And you can see here that it has, Fountain of Life um, on the back, right? Okay, if you fold it. And then we have on page two, for example, how do we go to page two? Page two. Here we go, page two. Yeah, we have, talking about microsilver, toothpaste, spray, lotion, of course, shampoo, body wash, conditioner, and then we have FOL at the back. So again, we have different kinds of brochures that I have put, okay, all, the Winnipeg team created that for an event. Wow. Yes, thank you. Well, Henry, I didn't know that. And that's amazing. Yeah, so we have that trifold in the back office. And so let's thank the Winnipeg team for creating that for us. Thank you. Aside from that, of course, the closing tool is the one that we made recently, right? And we actually printed this out. And, there's a few documents you want to have with you at the end of every tour, right? Um, and we talked about this in the Ottawa boot camp, which was again amazing. So congrats to the Ottawa team for that amazing event. They had a lot of signups that day. And so one thing is a survey. But the things that I would actually put down in order actually would probably be on top the app form. So I know some of you are used to enrolling things on phone or laptop or computer, and that's fine. But I find that especially in a big meeting where you have a lot of people in attendance and you can't cater everyone who might be there, like let's say you have five guests, right? How do you cater to five guests at the same time? Then it's really great to have the actual app form printed out and give it to your person because a lot of times in the past when I've had, the survey, so I have like the app form, I might have the closing tool and then the survey at the very bottom. And many times I would just give it as a package to my person, my guest, and they would just start filling out the actual enrollment form, right? They would just literally start enrolling themselves right away. And so I find that's really important to have and get into the habit of having some printed material, right? So you will, I think, increase your closing because they might just sign up on the spot. Number two, you want them to fill this out because after the tour is done, that's when that's when the closing begins, right? Your closing process. And essentially you want to actually have your person stay after the meeting, right? You want your person to stay there. So whether you're at a coffee shop, you're at a tour meeting, or you're somewhere face to face, you're in person. After the tour is done, you want to keep that person there because usually that's your closing time, right? And you want to be able to have them ask questions if they have questions and so that's why it's so important that you have printed material. So I think going forward, I would love to change or just bring back the culture of hey guys, every time you go to a meeting, especially an in-person meeting, you better have that application form printed out. You better have that survey printed out. You better have this closing tool printed out because that will significantly increase your closing. You know, Aside from that, make sure you have some blank scrap paper because oftentimes people want to understand how does the commissions work, right? And so that has always been in a very effective way. I know Amarjeet till this day, she's still to this day doing a lot of her paper closings, right? So anyhow, just really want to push that reminder to get back that old culture of having things with you. And by the way, if you are a leader in the company, do yourself a favor and just print out like 50 copies of each because I'm trying to get, of course, our team in Toronto, even in Toronto, to print out their own information. A lot of them do. But sometimes, people come in and they haven't been to the tour for a while and they're not prepared, right? And they don't have an extra copy of the app form. So just if you're a leader, print out 50 copies, put it in a nice little folder, and bring it with you to every single meeting. Okay. So that is a closing note. Again, welcome all the people who just joined in recently. Just to catch you up really quickly, I'm actually going through my Google Drive that I shared the link to because oftentimes I find that a lot of people just they ask me for a lot of files and documents. I want to make sure that they can see where I can get all my links really quickly. So we talked about the brochure, the closing tool. Here's the comp plan, right? If you ever have a comp plan person wanting the actual comp plan PDF, well, there it is as well too, under compensation plan. Someone at the Ottawa boot camp was actually asking me, I think it was Hervé, yes. He's like, do you have a comparison of all the comp plans? Because he know that I used to have a website called Our GWT with it. So just because I took down Our GWT, because it's just too much work for me to try to maintain it, I found that using Google Drive was so much easier because I can send anyone this link, right? So here under content comparisons, mhm, I actually put all of the comparisons here of companies I've done in the past, right? And so, of course, if you ever need another comparison that's not here, what do? You just reach out to us, right? Okay, but that's all there as well too. Uh, and then the pitfalls training. So sometimes we do a training and someone wants to get access to the PowerPoint. Well, it's all here. So everything I use for the business, it's here. And I want to make it open for everyone to share as well too. So content pitfalls, right? Here are the PowerPoints for the training, for the pitfalls trainings. And then we have a simplified version of the comp plan. And here it is, right? This is the one that is actually in our current tour. It's the one where we just go really quickly through the retail, wholesale, and residual income. And then we cover, of course, all the other bonuses here. So actually, John Buswood had reached out to me, and he's been trying to find out if we have another more simplified version of the sort of the actual comp plan. And so I told him that I would try to actually do a new recording of the comp plan, but in a very much more simpler way. So we have like a 2 hour version, we have like an hour version. So I am going to try to do something a lot shorter. And actually, I did bring this up to corporate where we used to have that really nice video, on the green screen. And we went over, we had a nice comp plan video from like 3, 4, 5 years ago. And so there's plans in the works for us to actually to go to Ramin's mansion and bring some video tools there and do the actual new recording actually from his mansion. So that's kind of the plan right now. But I will do a very short version of the comp plan because he has some leaders that want to see a quick video, just give me the pows of the comp plan. I don't want a 2 hour version. Just give me the quick highlights. So that's what I would be working on for John, and I'll send you all a copy of that as well too. So one thing we have here, of course, is the this Google Drive. The other thing that I'm going to talk about later on, of course, is videos because oftentimes you want to send videos to people, right? And so what I might do is I might actually because I have my own YouTube with my own videos. What we can do is as a team, you know, if we want to get a video on the next 30 days closing, maybe what we can do is in the actual drive, we can put maybe a document with a link to the video. I do have another document that I will get to a bit later on. It's called the new member checklist. And that one has all the videos in the links there. And so we'll get to that a bit later on. But yeah, I think we can do either or. So here's a comp plan simplified version. Of course, people were asking me for the last conference, do you have the training deck? So I put the conference deck here from the last conference. Email packages, right? So here is, again, a document from the website. And again, this one here is a bit older. It doesn't have the new LAP. So, but I put that there from before. So email packages. And then before I had some flawless screenshots. So oftentimes, if someone wants me to send them something, I might just grab a screenshot. But I have this here. Probably won't use it because we have the brochures. But here is the Michael Silver. So if you want more information on the Michael Silver, when I was learning and studying it myself, I actually grabbed some links online and I was reading more about Michael Silver. That's there for people that want more information. And then where are we now? We also have the Ferry Sterling, which is, a video commercial. So I actually have the video downloaded here. And what I can do is I can actually go and grab the videos and put them here. But again, the company wants you to share the videos directly from the Auckland's global YouTube channel because it shows more views, right? And we actually want that, okay? But we do have, I guess, some images here for you if you want. Again, a lot of stuff I said you might not use all of it, but I want to show you one by one so you know what's here. You can decide. Flyer templates, I probably don't use that. Chinese traditional flyers, right? We have the English flyers for FOL. Again, the fact sheet. I use this one a lot here, which is the scientific research. And the main document that I grab from here is this one here, the Fountain of Life Studies and Additional Information. Now, you will see all these PDF because when I was studying FOL, I read everything I could read on for FOL, and I stored it here. But don't worry, you don't need to look at all these other documents because the links for all of these documents I put in here. So this main one, the Fountain of Life Studies and Additional Information, is the main one you want to look at because in here is the list of all the studies that we have, right, on FOL. And like definitely every one of my prospects will get a link to this because what I want them to see is we actually have research behind this. You know what I mean? And so we have this here, and this is all the things that FOL can do, which is so powerful. All right. Again, these links open up to an actual study on PubMed or like ResearchGate or some kind of a PDF I found of a published study. All right. So again, you don't have to worry about the all these other PDFs because it's all linked to from inside of here. Okay. What's this one here? I'm curious. And so sometimes people just want information on Fountain of Life. So what I did do is I have my own, because instead of writing the same email a million times, this is the other document I use quite often, is it's all the information of FOL you could possibly get. And it starts with, lignins for beginners, and then more published studies, and then more advanced stuff. Um, yeah. And then, of course, the detox. So I have this here. Again, you can decide to use it if you want to. But yeah, those are the two main ones in this folder that you would use. All right. So, um, and then, so going back here, the Fountain of Life, the testimonial call. So if you want to get access to the PowerPoint that we do on every Wednesday's testimonial call, it's in this folder. How to do, I think, what's in here? Follow-ups. Oh, post-convention follow-up scripts, right? If you want that, it's there too. Let's see here. Where are we now? I had before a chapter from the Forensic Networker. Forms and more is all the forms you might need, like the app form, the survey, that's in here. Of course, the one in the back office would always be the most updated one. So just make sure you check that one as well too. Iodine test, I think I was doing something with the iodine test before. Oh yeah, there's just some images from the iodine test I had created before. And then let's see here, we have the journal, a copy of the journal, like and trust training. This is the LLP program from before. And then the marketing allowance, that's again, we have training on the marketing allowance and the guidelines and how that works. Again, the most updated version will be in your back office. We have media accolades. If you ever want to grab all those accolades, or send a copy of it, well, here it is, right? So that's there as well too, all the media accolades. So no, for me, I just like to have things, literally I can just, because logging sometimes into the back office can take some time. And especially if I know I have the most updated copy here, it's just faster for me to grab it this way, right? Okay, so more about the microsilver BG. Yeah, actually, I should move this to the top. I'm actually gonna go move. I'm gonna go here, organize, and move this to all locations. My drive. Show you how I actually do this. You click on Options Global, and you go to Fairy Microsilver BG. And you go boop, move here, and move. So now it's gone. So now I don't have a duplicate anymore. So I'm going to go back down now, click on this one, and go to trash. All right. So again, before, I do see still today some people creating the My Fives, and they're like, "Hey, this is my My5," and they're not properly edifying, their My Five. Now, some people do it properly, and some don't. So my goal before again was to get everybody's edification, everyone's, right? And you can just search, right? So, Emoji gave me hers, Henry gave me his, Ishak gave me his, John Buswood, Karen, Henry, Larry Hackman. So if you haven't given me, and of course myself, so if you haven't given me your edification, please send it to me, because sometimes, again, right, we don't just always work within our own teams. I know that, for example, Brian might be a part of multiple people's my fives. Same with Henry or even Emoji. Also a lot of times you want to work with your cross line, because there's huge benefits to that. And so if I could get again everyone to send me their notification, I can put it here. So now we have a master copy of everyone's edification, and whenever you need to use someone, well, you already have their edification. Okay, so that is there as well too, and that's that one. Going back again. Then we had the for joining. So we had the My Five. This is the one. The new partner checklist is another one that I use a lot of, and that's because oftentimes, I guess I think our fear that we have in this company is whenever you actually have a new person that gets started, is are they properly getting supported, right? And so I can't stress how important it is to make sure that you have um, the My5 created, and really, try to make sure that your new prospect, if they're launched from someone else, try to make sure that they're going through the next 30 days training program. But anyhow, at the very least over here, I broke this down into information sharing for new prospects versus information sharing for a new partner. So I'll go over the first one. So if I had a prospect and I want to send, and they're like, Renee, send me everything you got, you know, send me some information on opulence, right? So what I've done here is I've broken it down to product interest videos on FOL. So here we have a link to the world release of Fountain of Life. What is FOL with our CEO? Testimonials collection, right? And then, of course, our oxidative stress FOL. Then down below, we have more useful links, right? The brochure, studies, additional information, weight loss study, lignin studies, the fact sheet, right? So I put this because sometimes I have prospects. I say, Renee, can you send me information you got on FOL? And instead of writing an email again 50 million times, I can just go and use this and send this to my prospect, right? Of course, we have other products. So I did put a link to Opulence Global's playlist, where it has all of the other product videos there. Okay. And same thing, it's a link to a playlist for the fairy and posh fashion. And then we have some business interest videos, right? So, if you didn't want to send, for example, the business part, then just remove it, right? And so, for example, this one here, it goes to the playlist on YouTube where, so that load here, right? It's to the playlist of all the other videos we have for our products for the personal care line. So, really, I think when in the past, right, you always hear Ramin saying, become a master of prints and links, right? That's why you got to have that app form printed out, the survey printed out. You got to have the actual closing tool printed out, right? And bring extra paper, bring pens. Um, it's a funny joke, but I can always tell who are the veterans in MLM in the past, because if you can write upside down, you are a veteran. You know what I mean? So I actually recall I was doing a meeting in Thailand, and we were so actually so it was myself, Apinya, Minat, and Nat, and they actually drove me, okay, all the way to like about a 2 hour drive to meet this huge leader in Thailand. And so of course, he wanted to understand a little bit of how our comp plan worked. And of course, I can do the whole comp plan upside down. Like you can literally write upside down. So he's sitting across from me, right? So he knows how to read, so I'm writing, so it's upside for him, but upside down for me. So it's right side up for him. The funny thing is, of course, when he was trying to share a little bit about or ask me questions, he was also writing upside down, So it's kind of funny because, Nat and Minat and Opinion were like, wow, you guys both know how to write upside down. So anyway, it's just a kind of funny story to share with you. But yeah, anyways, my whole point though is, really be prepared, have your pen, paper, have your prints ready, and be a master of your links. And so, you gotta know where all this stuff is. And I just try to make it easier for all of you, right? Of course, this one over here opens up the playlist on YouTube, right, for the fashion videos. So yeah, so actually it's not, yeah, so there we go. It's a little bit slow, but you can see here, yeah, it's right, all the different fashion videos. So if you're never sure what should you be sharing on your social media, just come and grab one of these videos, right? And just slap it onto your social media. All right. So that's there too. So that's, so again, this is the list for new prospects. That's why I called it information sharing for new prospects. For a new partner who's getting started, we have this checklist, right? And again, folks, I wanted just to remind everyone that I'm looking for help all the time, right? Like I would love for all of us to collaborate on this together. That's why we have this really special Legends Leadership Program group, because I get fantastic ideas from all of you, and I we constantly need feedback from all of you to all of us, because that's how we can grow together, right? That's how we get stronger together, right? And so I always again thank Karen Henry, because Karen Henry nonstop, along with Kelly, they're constantly bringing me good ideas to make things more simpler, Renee, can we have this, So even the closing tool was inspired from, of course, Karen Henry and her team, right? So anyhow, so say a special thank you to them. So and the whole point is if you see something and you have an idea, bring it out, right? Share with us your ideas, because sometimes, I might be too close to the subject matter. Okay, so is there a new tour in the works? Yes, there is actually, and it actually we're almost done it, and then what happened was we kind of fell behind. Sorry, we kind of fell behind. Um, sorry, in the last over the holidays and into the New Year's, we kind of fell behind, and so we actually have a meeting this coming Tuesday to go and doing it again, right? So oh yeah, no, again, for being open, I think as leaders, we always need to be open to hearing ideas, because again, sometimes we're too close to the subject matter, and someone else that could be brand new might ask a question like, where can I find this? And if we don't have an answer for them, where it's a simplest answer, like here's everything that you need, then we should be learning from that. Yeah, so of course. Yeah, so there's a new tour. Hopefully we'll have it out in the next within the next month. All right. So, but there is a tour that I've been using, which we'll get to in the next few links. Okay. So, and thank you for Ifra for sending me her bio. So here is the new partners checklist. And again, I know that this is something that, of course, Ronan and his team did a lot of before. They made sure that they had structure, and that every new person in their team had the right, I guess, setup. And so you see here on day one, And I put at the time of how long it should take is arrange Zoom meet and greet with your MiFi. That's 5 minutes long. Ask your enroller to add you to the Facebook page, Office Global Nation Official. That's 1 minute long. Join this group, 1 minute to do that, which is the FOL official page. Join the Office Global Facebook page. That's 1 minute. Join the pets page, 1 minute. And there's different countries and languages you can search for, right? And then there's a CEO's training, the forensic group. Join that 1 minute. Follow on Instagram, Office GL, the forensic networker, right? That's 1 minute each. And again, this is a document where you should definitely be going over this with your new prospect. So I think this is a great accompany document to the next 30 days, right? Because the next 30 days, it has it there, but and it's a great place to start. This just has all of the direct links because again, you can just kind of copy it without having to type. So it's a great accompanying document. And then you want to have them bookmark these pages. Bookmark the FOL page, the flawless page. These are their websites that they can send out to their prospects, right? They should definitely be going and bookmarking that. Now let's get trained, right? So we put we instructions on how to go and find all of the trainings, all the previous webinars, right? To remind them to put into the calendar, the product crossfire, the friends and networker, right? So if you help your prospect put into the calendar along with reminders, right? That's the proper way of doing it. Product crossfire, forensic call, the testimonial call every Wednesday morning, and of course the Saturday live training every Saturday. Then we have the prosperity book and the opulence commandments. And of course, I like this part here, the first 7 days recommended videos and training. So if you don't have time to train your person, which again, you should be making time because it's your own prospect, then at least you have these information here. So one, how to submit your iPayout documents, right? And there's the documents and the video on how to do that. How to set up your monthly smart buy. Here's a video for that. Now these videos I looked onto YouTube, and some videos are mine, but some videos are people that recorded them, and I like them. I think I have a bunch of IFRA videos here too, And so smart buy video, okay. This is the first 30 days training video. Let me check who did this one because I might need to update this. Let me see here. Yeah, so I'll have to let me say coming soon. All right, so it's going to say coming soon. Yeah, because we have a newer version of this basically. I'll put that there. Tripod of belief. We have the PowerPoint for that. I'll find that as well too. But how to become LD1, how to become LD2, right? More research and studies. That's a really great link, I think, for everyone to have. I'll put it here as well too. Testimonials. So I want the new person to know that we have this stuff ready and information ready. Opulence to 25 top reasons, the PDF, email packages, variance bonus, and the closing training, right? So what I will do actually is I should probably add the Google Drive link here, I think, right, guys? What do you guys think? Should I add the actual Google Drive link here? I think so. Here, I'll just do it right now. So I'll just put here. Yeah, let me go do this. Say Google Drive master link. Let me just go back 1 second. I'll be really quick. And so go back to my Google Drive here. And I want to share this link in here. That should be a link. There we go. Okay, there we have it. So there's that. Further down below, of course, is recommended videos to share. So I want the new partner to know, again, what videos they can share. And really, it's already I guess what we should do as well is grab the link to the other video. But anyways, I have all these links here. Who are we? Welcome video, fashion show, flawless, oxidative stress, dental, testimonials, why Sterling, Microsilver, comp plan, prospecting, back office training, right? So yeah, I just put a bunch of links here, and I'm trying to update this more and more. So here are just some of my notes, by the way, on what videos to have here. So again, in short though, like if you have any other things that you think would be great to have in this list, or you want to use it yourself, it's there for you. Okay, so that's what we have here is the information sharing, of course, for new prospects. And let's see here. So perfect launch, of course, is the training for the perfect launch. If you want those PowerPoints, that's right there. Then we have oh, my own testimonial. So you can just that's not really that's just more for me to share. It's my own training I did. I could probably just remove this. I'll move it somewhere else later on. Um, and I wanted to initially make a presentation folder. So you know how we all have like some people have a folder of things that they actually bring to every meeting. And I know Amarji is for sure someone who's like a master of that, where she'll have, for example, like, her comp plan in there, she'll have the survey, she'll have all this information to present to somebody, testimonials, the actual slide deck. So I wanted to make something like that for the team where, they can go here and just send to the printer, print it out, put it into a binder, and now have this whole thing. It's really just a collection of documents, right? But in the meantime, just go and make your own. You really should have your own presentation book, right? Where you have the tour, the brochures, all in one kind of folder to present. Then we have, of course, the prosperity book. A copy is in there. And then Danny used to do a lot of Saturday trainings, and I would try to grab and save some of her documents that she had over there. And then the surveys here, tax information. So again, people in Canada have been asking, like, when can we have your tax documents? It's all here, right? So there you have it, right? The empty version and the PowerPoint to present it, and even the sample version. So that's there. We also have the team strategy PowerPoint. So if you want to show someone the actual team strategy, here's a copy of it as well too. Then we have okay. So here you'll see tour healthy living and tour new format. The difference is the healthy living is when I do, in the past we've had people that were on podcasts or they're on, a specific, trade show where they're just trying to talk about the FOL and nothing else. And so, look at the most recent one, which is the Singapore one, and we have a Chinese version. It's just pure FOL presentations, and so there's not much about like the business because we just wanted to present. So that's here. However, instead of even using this, I would suggest just to use the new format that I've been using. And so here's a look at what it looks like. So and part of what I wanted to discuss about before is health topics, right? Now, my own experience, and again, this is where you might have a different idea on how you want to do this, and we're here to actually discuss it together. So let me answer Karen's question quickly here. Is there a new starter pack designed by corporate? Don't think there is, but we should definitely, yeah, we should definitely discuss that as well too, right? So here's a link again to the Google Drive, everyone. But so what we started to do near the last quarter or third quarter of last year was we started doing every week a different health topic. And I quickly saw the attendance in the meetings start to pick up really well. And in fact, people kept inviting more people the following week. So now I will say this, if you have a tour well done and people are properly prospecting, you will have new guests every week and your tour is full. Perfect. Great. Don't change anything, right? Um, if you're in a market where, let's say you want to start up a weekly meeting, or you found that your weekly meetings in person, it's like the same people every time, and for some reason they're not inviting people. I noticed that if especially if the testimonials aren't strong enough or it's always the same information, it's weird. Like some people, they find it, I don't know why, but hard to invite people. We can do training on that. But what I have found though is by having a health topic every week, it's a great way um, to build up your own community. And I think if you could even have, like I made the PowerPoints on all these different topics, and all you have to do is literally just read off the PowerPoint. But what I found though was people got really interested in coming out to learning more, and they would bring people. So if they knew that this week's topic was on breast cancer, they would invite all the women that they know of, right? Or that and be there. If it was hair loss, and they would invite everyone that had hair loss. You gotta come to this meeting, you're gonna learn about hair loss, right? And so at the same time, beyond that, I found that a lot of social media people nowadays, they're trying to create value or they're trying to create a weekly call on Zoom. And they're creating different topics every week, and that builds them the attendance, right? So, for example, for the Chinese team, we have some people who have their own like channel or their own WeChat group chat, and they basically are teaching people. Like, so they're teaching, they're giving value, they're teaching people about hair loss, breast cancer, what every week a different topic, right? And then they're providing a solution at the end, and that group starts to grow because people get value from. So it's all about giving value basically. So just an idea that if you're in a market and you're looking for some ideas on how to really grow that market, get more interest, because if you can, it's a bit of a different thing where if your weekly tour is about opulence, or it's about um, a health product, it's a bit different than saying, hey, come learn about how about breast cancer. It's a very specific topic, and I find that you can draw a bigger crowd. And so so when I started doing this, attendance started to skyrocket. And then basically we stopped doing it um, in a way because to see what would happen. And so we went back to the old format. We have the new tour I'm going to show you in a second, which is actually it's down here. But even with the new tour, I found that the weekly meetings in Toronto kind of um, kind of shrank a little bit. And it's interesting because the people that I noticed who stopped coming are the ones who, you know, were asking me, what's today's health topic? What's today's health topic? Or what's next week's health topic? So just from my own observation, it could just be a coincidence. I don't know. But my plan is to go back into it. So I actually spoke to the CEO. He said, yeah, he said, Renee, as long as it's a 5 minute thing and it's not going to take a lot of time, you can do a different health topic, right? But just don't deviate from the current tour. So, anyways, it's all here for you guys. So for example, the hair one, I'll just show you what it actually looks like. It just talks about, it's gonna load here. Yeah, like literally you just read off the slides and then just diagrams to show how it works. And that's it. So it's like 5 minutes to talk about hair loss, right? But now it's like they learn something. And I find that in a tour, it does two things. One, it actually keeps your older members to keep, because let's be honest, right? We all have some people that don't bring guests. We all, unfortunately, we wish for them to do that, but some people, they're just not effective at bringing guests. And some people, if it's the same tour every week, they might not come. I'm just gonna be straight up here, right? So what I found is by having this, different health topics every week, is those people who wouldn't come because they think they've heard everything and they learn everything, they keep coming. In fact, they actually it almost helps them invite people because everyone knows someone, and in your when you're sending out your reminders on WhatsApp or whatever to come to the weekly tour and says health topic is breast cancer, please invite everyone. So it's helping people actually think of who to invite because who do they know that might have these issues, right? So I do hope that helps. And part of what I would love to see happening actually in every region is this should be happening. You should have your weekly tour. If you have that weekly tour, great. But I think what every market should be establishing is another, is definitely implementing this, is having, a weekly meeting where you're teaching something new. And, go and grab this, like breast cancer, for example, just go grab a PowerPoint, read it yourself before you present it. But all the information is there, right? So it starts off with the studies behind it, you know, and so the truth is, not everyone needs to become a master of this. But if you have even just one person, in your market, who takes the time to study it, or maybe they come from the health background, and you can find someone to become your presenter for this, whatever, this is a great way. Maybe of a naturopath. What I would do is if you're not even confident in presenting this, which I can't see that being, because if you can learn to present FOL, this stuff here is not it's no different. It's just information, right? But if you're shy to do it, what I would do is call up, use this as a reason to call naturopaths in your area. And what you can say is, look, I'm looking for someone who's knowledgeable to help me present different topics every week. And their benefit for doing this is now they're becoming much more popular, right? So now, like I know Henry does this already. Every week on his Chinese calls, he's presenting a different health topic. And he's building up his own followers, so he's becoming more popular, right? And so which naturopath would not want to draw in more fame and customers for himself or their self, right? So this could be a great way of you even prospecting a new Henry, right? Because when they realize that FOL can help with all these things, like one of your criteria could be, look, like you can become our main, product specialist here, or our main, health specialist. At the same time, my only request though is that you also promote this product, of which you will help them get a cut. So you're giving this naturopath a way to, leverage their skills. You bring the audience, and they become a member to eventually sell this product too, right? So there's so many things you can do here, and so I hope that everyone here doesn't think that I can't do this because I don't have the information. No, go and find someone then that does have it, right? And go and do this with them, right? What a great way to go and find yourself a new, like, who here wants to find a Henry, right? A naturopath who is building the business, right? This is a great way of doing that. So here is all the different things you can do. And here is the new format. Now, the USA one, I just changed the pricing into US dollars because me and Henry were in Atlanta and Minnesota last year. And so we're showing the prices in US dollars. But so that's the only difference. But so here, this is the tour that we actually did in Ottawa. And again, kudos to the Ottawa team. We had like 6+ signups. I think like 3 LAPs and 3 BPs, then of course more since then. And so here you will see we start off with about us. And I love this. I love starting off with the global issues. This is actually an idea from Rico. So this is actually the one that I made sort of as we were talking with we have a special committee for the tour, and this was being made, and I made some changes while we were having that meeting with the committee. They're just working on the final version of it, but this is like I guess, my modified version because I wanted something to use as we wait for the new tour. So it talks about, the global issues, and it comes out one at a time, right? So that's there too. And then it goes into, well, what are we missing then? So here are all the global issues. Well, what are we missing is lignins. And it breaks down what lignins are. Um, and actually, this one, I actually had hid this slide in this slide and also this slide because, um, and also this slide. So sorry, so after this slide, which is what are we missing in lignins, then we go into, well, are you getting enough lignins? And then we go into, um, sorry, I actually made some modifications here. This one's hidden too. Then we go into this one here, which is, uh, showing where you can get lignins, comparing lignins in your foods, right? Here's the ones in your food, and we have 17 times more. And then 10 drops is equivalent to all these fruits and vegetables. And then, of course, introducing FOL. This one's hidden. And then right after that, so that's it. That's like 4 or 5 slides for FOL. Very quick to the point. Then we have the microsilver. Then we have the toothpaste, spray, Sterling, mouthwash, and spray, the current promotion we have, right? Which is actually, I have to remove this. We have a new Valentine's promotion, so I'll be changing this one. Shampoo, body wash, conditioner, the new Flawless, and of course, fashion. And so you'll see here that I hid all of the testimonials because we used to go and show all these testimonials. And I left it here because you might want to use those sometimes, right? So um, I find that if you're in a tour where you need to show more testimonials, so maybe you're online, then this is great. We have it here for you. If you're doing a tour in person, well, you want to make sure that you scheduled with all the people in the room, for someone to be sharing their FOL testimonials, right? Or any kind of testimonials. So I left it here in case you would ever need it. All right. And yes, I will be sending out the link for the recording once we're done. All right. So thank you for that question, Ronan. So here are the testimonials that I just hid. So the last slide was talking about the fashion heritage, right? Here's where we've transitioned now. After that, we remind them, make sure you go and join the FOL official page for you can search for more testimonials. Then we break. We actually break there and we have people share their product testimonials. Because one of the discussions we had with the tour committee group was some people are only coming to learn about products and you don't want to force them to stay. And you want to make sure you're upfront that they can leave so that they don't feel like they're being, because sometimes people get invited and, whatever, right? So in the very first slide, it says, here's today's agenda: product showcase and sharing, about 20 minutes long, intermission, and then extra, the distribution opportunity and sharing. So we're telling people up front, hey, if you wanted to take off, you can. And so what we do now is we're telling people, okay, the testimonials come out. We tell them, well, here's how you can, next steps, get your 10 drops, start as a shopper. Here's some benefits to that. And we tell them, look, at this point in time, if you want to go and order your products, we'll be having our intermission now. So here's here's the actual flow. Let me actually present this one slide to you so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. Presenter view, yeah. So I say, so here's our intermission. Yes, for those of you who would like to go and place your orders and get your free 10 jobs, please go and find the person who invited you here tonight and enjoy yourself. And thank you for coming. Now, of course, for those, however, as an extra piece here, who have perhaps a business mindset, an entrepreneurial mindset, or perhaps you've been thinking about having your own business, or perhaps you want to get access to your own wholesale pricing, or learn about Optimus's $3.12 million per year plus bonuses, commissions, or you want to just to develop yourself even better personal development. Well, stay tuned for the distribution opportunity. So we have this intermission now, which is a really nice feeling because they get a chance to, not feel like they're forced to stay. But what we found though is actually everyone ends up staying because it was a great tour and we had some nice product testimonials and it was a very nice smooth entry into that. So I hope that makes sense how we're flowing this thing. And then right afterwards, bang, first slide, right? Well, so why should you be in business for yourself, right? And then the next slide is, well, what is the Opulence email business? So first we asked you why you should be in business for yourself. Now you understand why. Okay, well, here is the Opulence email business, right? Well, how does it work? It's simple. And then don't forget your Smart Buy benefits. Here are the packages, brand partner, right? LA plus. And with your shopping credits, here's how you can redeem your shopping credits if you're not sure. But now let's move on right into how you can make some extra income. We have the new comp plan simplified version. So 1, 2, and 3, okay, which is retail, wholesale, and team commissions. And then number 4, the variance bonus. Number 5, vacations. Number 6 and 7, the Opulence Car and Vacation Club. This doesn't look like this on the main tour. Yeah, download your own version of this if you want, right? Because I find that having it downloaded is a lot better because it loads faster than trying to load it on the internet. Number 8, and of course, number 6, 7, and then 8. I just changed this the other day, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So we're done. And then, of course, we talk about, so we meet the founder, the CEO. What is his target, right? Who wants to become the next millionaire? And then next steps. So, of course, survey, Q&A. I should put here, actually, the application form, because that's what we should all be giving out, right? App form survey, the 30 use cases thing, and choose the email that works best for you. And then, of course, welcome to our Opulence global family. So this tour, I've done it in less than like 40 minutes. And usually our weekly tours now in Toronto are done well under an hour, including testimonials. So here's a new tour format. It's there for you guys if you want to use it. And so again, I leave these slides here hidden in case you wanted to, focus more on something, you could unhide it. You want to share more about microsilver, you can unhide it. If you want to share more about the testimonials, you can unhide it. But the way it's presented right now is the way that it's hidden. Some of the slides is how we actually present it right now. Okay. So I hope so you understand how this new tour format works. And here, of course, is the folder here. And the last 2 folders that we had here. So let me just quickly see who I can unmute here. Hold on, where's my? Sometimes Zoom, oh, there it is. It hides my participant panel. Okay, there we go. Let me mute someone here. There we go. So the last 2, of course, was trade shows. So trade shows, basically, what do we do here? This is from 018. Oh, you know what? Let me get rid of this. I should make a much better one because I have some great trade show training. I'll just get rid of this one for now. And then, of course, use cases. So this is just the document for the use cases. But again, the closing tool has this inside the closing tool. So yeah, so no, today I just wanted to make sure everyone just had this in their mind that, again, I sent you the link for my Google Drive, and it's just one link you have. Maybe just bookmark this link because you have now all the information. I shared every folder here, and it's there for you as well too. Okay, so I hope that helps. And before I go into the next topic, which is how to create those TikTok videos, just want to pause. Again, this call here, folks, is for all of us. Anyone here want to share anything or ask any questions? I see some comments. Thanks, guys, for your comments. Yeah. So take a sip here.
Renee, I just
Hi,
have a quick,
Karen.
hello, darling. I just have a quick question. One of my newer LA pluses, the 6 bottles that they're getting, on the as the extra 6 bottles, where they choose that, whether they've
Yes.
chosen the fashion or the 6 bottles. It's been delayed to come to her, according to Greg at the office, because there's apparently a new welcome kit. And obviously those 6 bottles come from a different distribution center with the welcome kit. But it's been a delayed reaction because there's supposed to be a new welcome kit. So that's what I was asking. Have you heard
Mm,
anything about that? Because she still hasn't gotten her 6 bottles. And
okay. How long
I
has
just
it
wasn't
been?
sure whether there was something new.
Yeah. How long has it been now, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
Pardon?
How long has it been? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, well, about a month, I guess. Yeah.
Now, is she also living with you in Winnipeg?
Yeah, she's in Winnipeg.
Okay. That's shocking actually. I don't think it should take that long anyways. And what I would do is one of two things is one, just if you have 6 extra bottles, just give it to her for now and just tell her that when hers comes, just to return it to you. But um let me actually bring that up because I didn't think that that was still happening. So Ifra, I see your hand raised. Did you want to add something to that, Ifra?
Yes, yes. I had the same issue, Karen, when we launched Few Partners while I was there. So what I asked the office is to send the product without the packages because there's no way they're gonna wait for it. The excitement leaves them. So I had them all shipped out for our team. So that's what I would do. And what's being held back is the brochures. Remember, we have new brochures coming up. Luckily, this starting week is gonna be released anyways. But yeah, as soon as I found out in 1 week they didn't receive it, I asked the office to just send the products without.
Okay, thank you. I thought it was coming from a different place, so okay, I'll definitely
I actually
yeah,
will
it kind of takes the wind out of the sails.
no, I will definitely make a note of that because I didn't even realize that was happening. So thank you for bringing that up to me because yeah, no, I think sometimes when we know it and we can bring it up to the company and the company
Right.
wants our feedback, they'll probably make a change for that. Yeah. So
Lovely.
thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Yeah, no,
Thanks
thank you, Karen,
again.
because Karen, I mean, even our GWT, the old website was your ideas, and yeah, it's a lot of stuff I have here is from you, so thank you for that.
Oh, my pleasure, hon.
Okay,
Renee, it's Shauna,
hi,
Shauna
Shauna.
from Winnipeg. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you? Thank you for being on the
Thank you.
call.
This is an amazing session, and your information is always fantastic.
Thank you.
What I'd like to know is in the new welcome packages, are they going to be putting a prosperity book in it?
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Okay, so when I started a year ago, and all of my team, my downline, no one had, no one got a prosperity book. And I think that
Oh,
yeah. So, Karen was always saying, well, just go to your prosperity book. And I said, well, I guess I'll find it online. And she said, no, you should have got it with your welcome kit.
uh-huh.
And so, no,
Okay.
we never did get a prosperity book. And I think that having just like a paper handout that you're talking about with Emergit that she puts out, it's so important to have that book that you could go off and
Yeah.
you could tick all those things. So if I could get some copies for my downline, I'd love for them to get a book to have.
Let me write this down actually. So actually, do me a favor. I know it might be tough now, but if you could try to make some kind of a list somehow.
I could make a list,
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, make a list and because no, like definitely they will send out the prosperity book to you, especially if they didn't get one from before. Um and yeah, yeah, so yeah, like, send me a message afterward. We'll email the company together and
Sure.
try to
I'll
get
give
those
you
prosperity books.
my downline, and nobody got prosperity books.
Okay, no, that can be fixed for sure. So
Mhm.
wonder why that is. Okay.
I don't
Again,
know.
yeah, they will
It,
definitely
and
get it
it
out to
it
them.
was, I've seen the prosperity book online now, which is outstanding. But
Mhm.
the prosperity book that I always learned online was outdated. So perhaps that was
Right.
the thing.
Yeah, let me find out what's going on with that
Okay,
prosperity, because I know
thanks.
that, yeah, you know what's funny? Every time we make a new change, right? That book has to be updated. And here's the thing,
Yeah,
we keep making changes. Like for example, we added the variance bonus, then we added for the vacation club, the car, you can do vacation now. And
right.
then I think because they know already, there's something huge, by the way, huge. I guess all of you will get a sneak preview. Well, okay, I don't know what it is, so don't ask me and don't try to bribe me because I don't even know what it is. But I just heard that there's some crazy new um earning stream or a revamp of a previous bonus that I think Remy mentioned it on his call as well. That apparently will add so much money into so many people's pockets, and it's so huge. It's so huge, and I think if I know where it's going, it's something that allows us to heavily compete. Not like there's any other kind of competition, but there are maybe one or two small things in other comp plans which might look attractive, but the rest of the plan sucks. And now we're adding something that's going to really smash every other comp plan out of the park with this new bonus we have coming out. And so, anyways, because of that, again, the prosperity book got delayed again. Now they have to update the
Okay.
new book again, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good problem to have where our company is always evolving, always adding new things. But then again, we have the issue with
Hmm.
like Danny makes the actual new book and they want to print it out, but then oh hold on, we're gonna add something new to it. So yeah, but yeah, we can fall to see what we can do with your previous people. All right, so
Yeah,
thank you,
no problem. Thanks so much.
you're welcome. Okay, so as promised, I have to get off by 11 because it's my dad's birthday today, and we're having a lunch at 11:15 ish. So, anyways, I want to take some time to share with all of you guys how to create a TikTok video, right? And so, let me just stop my screen sharing. Okay, so and let me just turn off my background because that way I can choose I can show better on my phone what I have here. So Um, one of the things that I found that's a great, easy way of generating leads, and we should be doing this anyways because the more videos we get out there for FOL and our products, the better it is for all of us, right? We can all agree to that, right? So, um, and before I'll just show you, I had one video. How do you share? I want to share my screen to my computer. And usually you click on screen mirroring, but it's not showing my other. Give me one quick second, guys. Uh, Screen mirror phone, iPhone to MacBook phone. Like I follow the instructions and yeah, how do I mirror my iPhone to my laptop? Oh, I think the Wi-Fi. Aha. Oh, let me see. No, it's the same network. Yeah, it's the Wi-Fi. Sorry, guys. It's the same network.
You know what I find is I have two drives on my computer,
Mm-hmm.
and so I have a Google Chrome and I have a Safari. So when I'm opening up stuff on my Google to show on Safari, it's not showing.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be on the same platform to show if that's what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I had this I had the same one. That's the
Okay.
thing. And it's driving me nuts because sorry guys. Okay. It seems, let me just connect my phone to my computer because they're saying once it's connected, I should be able to share it. So give me one quick second. Give me one quick second, team. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. Plug it in. Okay. Cross computer. Okay. Let's try this again. Mirroring. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, I had to update something. That's why. Okay. This might take too long for the thing to download and upload. So anyways, I'll just share with you guys as I do it over the phone, all right? So yeah, sorry about that. Um, yeah, we all need to be trained sometimes. Okay, so here's what we gotta do. Um, so on your phone, before I had like one video, which was I was just playing around with this thing, and I made this video of my son like walking up the stairs, and he kind of like almost trips, and then that one simple video, somehow I got like 1,036 views. I was like, wow, that's just of a very simple video, right? So then what I did was um I was in Ottawa, and Henry put a video in WhatsApp of one of our partners sharing about his migraine. It's this video over here.
Sleep. Yeah, it would bother me. And start, trying to get comfortable.
So what I did was I was just playing with it, and I actually just so in TikTok you go to like so in your TikTok you push the plus button at the bottom, right? And then I just uploaded the video, and that video right now, if you look at it, has 705 views. Now, by the way, I don't even have people on TikTok. Like I might have a few of you, maybe like less than 10 of you subscribe and following me, right? But I hit 705 views. And of course, if you click on the views, you can see who viewed you, and you can actually follow people back, or you can start to actually message them. You know what I mean? And so I think it's just like I find that because people are using a lot more TikTok now and Instagram versus like Facebook for watching videos, it's a fast way just to, plant your seeds, so to speak, and have more people to message, right? And so you can see here that all I had to do was, and you know what? I'm gonna do one live for you right now, so you see how this works, okay? Um, so I'm gonna hit plus again, and now I can take a video or I can click on upload. Okay, so I click on upload, and because in my phone, so you can see it says recent, right? At the very top. Um, I have different, like I have FOL in different categories, as I taught you all. On your phone, you'd have albums, right? For every kind of health issue. And you can search for that, right? So in my iPhone, if I meet someone who has hair loss, I can search my photo album for hair and find the album, and then upload, of course, all of the videos or photos for hair. So let me just take, sorry, let me go back here. I'm gonna go and choose, let me see here, try to find a video, okay? Where do I know I have a video? Here, colon cancer. So here's a video of colon cancer. And here's the one that I recall me and Magdalene doing when I was in. So I click on the first video. Okay. And you can actually choose more than one video, but for these long videos, you definitely want just to pick one. So I pick one video and I go to next. So you see here, describe your video, right? So I always realize that the best way of doing it is to have something direct and quick, right? So I would just put colon cancer in caps, colon cancer. I put a question mark, colon cancer, and then I just put use FOL like that. And then so thing is with TikTok, until you have 1,000 followers, you can't put your own link. You can't put your own link yet. Okay. Like when you have 1,000 people following you, then you can actually add a link. So I don't have 1,000 yet. It went from 100. So I went from like 34 followers to like 280 followers just by me doing a few videos, right? So just keep adding more videos. And then so I'll just put a link to my website, http :// FOL.1/ and my username, be healthy, let's say. So there, I made my thing, right? I put done. And so this one here, you see this? I can use my finger and I can make it bigger or larger, right? So I could put it at the top like this or at the bottom and make it really big, you know? So, but I put it at the top because I want the subtitles to come at the bottom. So on the side here, there's so many things you can do. I was playing around with it, right? The first button, you can just fast forward, but we don't need to do that. So you won't even use that. The second one is if you want to change the color of it, which you don't need to. So the second one, you won't even use. The third one is the text box, right? Which we just, the AA, we just did that, right? The fourth one is you can add like tags, or you can add graphics to it, right? So you could search for, you know, I don't know, health. I don't know, I'm just gonna do something here. And they have different icons that pop up for health, right? And, or maybe I put colon. Look at that. They have icons for colons, for colon cancer. So I might just go in and grab the first one. Look, now there's a photo of a colon. You know what I mean? So it's
Are
like,
when you can type fountain of life and you get a fountain of life bottle.
yeah, so exactly. So let me, how do I even get rid of this? Oh, how do you,
Go to sticker.
yeah, I want to get rid of this thing. Oh, let me,
Take it to the bottom.
the bottom. Ah, wow. So who is that? Who's
Wallet.
Oh, Vernon, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you have a lot of videos too. Yeah. So yeah, so thank you for that. So Fountain of Life. Oh, look at that. Someone did put this thing here. There we go. Make it a bit bigger. There we go. And then so that's a smiley face for your things. This one here is you can change their eyes face. I don't mean to do that because I don't want to change the video, right? Um, and then what you could do though, the key one though is there's colors. Click on the down arrow, at the very bottom. What we need to do is the subtitles. And all you're going to do is click on captions. And you'll see at the very bottom, it's processing 50%, 60%, right? And so it's done. So I hit save, and I can move. You see the subtitles? I can move the subtitles to the bottom. So there. Now I have a video. I put shoulder. Let's see. I have the top colon cancer, right? And then yeah, and then I have use Fountain of Life. I have my link, I have the video, I have the bottle shaking, and I have the subtitles. Then I click on next. Now, here's where it's also really important because under the post, sorry, just under post, right? You want to put your tags, okay? So what I started doing is I have on my phone notes, and this is what I have, and all I do is instead of typing it myself, look at your chat box, guys. I have this, I have the actual disclaimer, right? And I have the actual hashtags. So here, what I do now is I go into my notes. So I have my notes here, and I go to TikTok. So I made a note for TikTok, and I go and grab all. I go grab everything here, select all. Well, not the part one though. Here, I go copy, right? What I just sent to you, I copy that. I go to here, and under the post at the very top, right? I put it here. So I go here, and I go paste. So now all my tags are in there, right? And but now because I've been adding, so now I just added colon cancer, right? So I should go here, hashtag colon cancer, colon cancer awareness, hashtag colon cancer, right? So once you've done that, you just, you know, yeah, you just move down. So let's see here. How do I? Yeah, so you can do hashtags. How do I get out of this thing here? Hold on. There we go. So here, that's done. So I have all my tags there, and see this add link? I can't do it yet because I don't have 1,000 followers. But in the future, you could do that. And then everyone can view the post, and I hit post. And that's it. So that took me not even, like if I was just doing it really fast, like 30 seconds to put a video up. And now, so I have one for arthritis, I have one for autism, one for hair. Oh, and then I put the FOL introduction video. I put the FOL, like, the different videos. And whatever you can't find, right? What do you guys do? Just ask me in the LLP group, right? Like we're here to help each other, right? And so, yeah, so Henry, he just put the same video just now. He's fast, right? Yeah, so to follow me, if you just go to Renee Liao, right? So my account is Renee Liao. You can just go and find me. So, the whole idea is in TikTok, if you're wondering why TikTok versus like Instagram or Facebook or like Instagram, right? So Facebook's layout is more like a story, right? And you can see someone's post one by one. They might have some text, they might have some photos, they might have some videos, they might share other links, right? It's like everything's there, right? Instagram was much more specific in the sense that it wasn't a lot about like writing stuff. It's just really just photos and videos, right? Um, and so Instagram, if you look at it, right, it's feed based as well, right? Like this too, correct? Um, and so I find that Instagram and TikTok are much more similar because you're not the default view is videos, right? And they know what you like to watch, right? And so with TikTok, for example, the goal here is to create a whole stream of videos on one topic. So I've seen some people in their TikTok, they'll have like one video that I like, but maybe 50 videos that I have no interest in. Whereas let's say, because for example, I like to do a lot of working out, right? So in my profile, you'll see here, I have a saved collection for workouts. I have another video for tennis because I want my kids to watch some tennis videos. And I might have saved another video for carpal tunnel. I had some issue before. So anyways, you can save videos and create a playlist. But my point though is like, like this guy here, I follow a lot of his videos for, sorry, not this guy. For example, for actual workouts. So then, you know, his name is called Gym Monster, right? That's not my chest, by the way, but Gym, right? So if I click on Gym Monster's name, you see here he has all these videos. So and I'll open a video and follow a workout kind of thing. So so the whole idea is we want to create a channel where it's topics specifically for FOL. You don't want to make one with like, I actually am going to remove the very bottom video of Leon tripping over whatever, because so my goal is at least to have my channel have all of my own videos basically. It is my goal. And you can go there and you can watch all of these videos on FOL. And I think that's a great way. And so then under the bottom right where it says inbox, it even tells you exactly like who starts to follow you, right? And who liked whatever video, you know what I mean? And so you can go here and start to message people who might have liked your your video, you know what I mean? So yeah, so wow, I have a bunch of messages I have to respond to here. But yeah, so I hope that helps with how to create some TikTok videos. The other one that I did do, so let me show you guys. The other one that I did do, so the first one is your videos. The second one is like lock stuff. I don't even use that. Third one is favorite sounds, and the fourth one is videos that you liked. So the first one is where you want to be. This one here, this post here, is actually, you see at the bottom, you can swipe left and right. I just grabbed a bunch of different FOL flyers I had saved on my phone, and I just uploaded them all at the same time, right? So if I was Henry, I would definitely put a video, and the text I might put Seiji Canada, and put his address, like, so if I had a store like Henry, I'd put Seiji Canada, my address, and the link to on where to go and buy it. You know what I mean? Um, so I I hope that with our community, everyone starts doing this, because the more that we can get out there, FOL or our products, believe me, it makes it easier for us to sell products because they've heard of it already. They've seen it in a million places online. Now they want it, right? So, yeah, that's how I'm been on TikTok. It's like some videos I put out already have 280 views. The one with the hair one has 286 views. So I'm realizing, okay, well maybe I should do more posts with the hair, because the hair one got me more videos than the one with autism. And the cool thing is, like, if every one of us here, and there's like maybe 50 of us here, or whatever, do it, it's like we won't even cross paths because there's just billions of people online, right? Billions of people, right? So, so there you have it. How to create your own TikTok stuff, right? And the same thing is with Instagram. But the one thing I like about this one though is it can automatically generate the subtitles for you. That to me is really cool. Um, I wonder if oh, look at this. So I just made that video, right, on TikTok, right, guys? Look at this. I went to Instagram and I tried to do the same thing. I had a new video, and somehow the video I just made for Instagram is the very first one here. So it must have saved this video. Aha, yeah. So it actually saves the video for you. So now I have the same video I just made in TikTok. It's here though, the same thing. So it's made already. So I'll go to Instagram, right? And I'll just go next. I'm gonna go right, because the subtitles that are already there. And I'll go next. And then write a caption. Okay, well, I'll just do the same thing I did last time. All the tags and the hashtags. And then I'll say share. There. So now I've done it on TikTok and also on Instagram. All right. So there we have it. It's actually uploading there. And yeah, so you can do photos, you can do videos. I think the key thing is just to get is just do something every day, right? And again, it's easy for me because I already have all of my videos saved on my phone, right? And you should be too. You should when that's why you want to get on our group chats because we often upload the videos of testimonials. Again, on Facebook, you could even just go and play a video on Facebook and record it on your phone, right? So we have videos on Facebook. So there you have it. It doesn't have to be a video. It could be a post. But I find that a lot of people do like to sometimes watch videos and less so much reading an actual post. All right. So I hope that helps everyone today. And any questions before I close off with the very last topic? Any last questions here from anyone? Okay. I think everyone's on their phone playing with TikTok right now. um, and the cool thing is TikTok, right? The the way that it works, even with Instagram, is the more, let's say I watch a video of someone eating restaurants, right? It will learn that I like to watch, people eating new restaurants, and it will show me more of the same thing. So so that's why you need to constantly be creating new content because it will push your new content back to the same person who watched your video before because that's how their algorithm works, right? And so um again, this whole process is to plant seeds, right? Once this is done, our goal now is to go and do the follow-up and start messaging people on TikTok, right? And trying to, follow up with people and say like, hey, thanks for looking at my video, where was you from, blah, 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 and try to make it into a close, right? So, but I think beyond this is we all have people in our lives, family and friends, right? That might be following us on Instagram or on TikTok. And this is a way of doing a very passive follow-up because you're not directly calling these people or talking to them about FOL, but you're taking a very passive approach where they might watch your video, right? And one day at some point in time, they might reach out to be like, hey, you know what, Renee? I have a friend that has colon cancer. I saw this video a long time ago. Can your product help? So it's I think part of what we had to do as number of marketers is establish ourselves in our community as the go-to person for health and wellness, right? And that'll only happen by you being very active and doing a lot of posts like this too. And I guess the last part was for me even was I was not really into using TikTok, but I've seen in my own group of friends how quickly it's been adopted, and people are always sharing videos from TikTok or from like Instagram. And so, part of me is I just try to stay open, try to learn. I think we have to evolve as well too. And the last thing that I want to talk about today really quickly is we are looking for more people, of course, always to help out with becoming QTs and QPs and QH, so qualified hosts. So if any of you here have not, number one, first step is becoming a qualified host. Please, please, please let me know. Reach out to me. Danny and Ivy are trying to reach out to find the next batch of people who want to become qualified hosts. Again, the benefit of becoming a host, a presenter, and then a trainer is you get paid for training. You get training, yeah, paid for training. So, for example, if you become a qualified trainer and you do the forensic training call, it's like $100 to do that training call. you do the Saturday morning call, it's paid for. You do the Monday night product crossfire, that's a paid training call, right? So so money is nice, but even beyond that, it's just having the actual title, when you're being brought up on stage or you're being introduced as a trainer, So here we have, for example, um, for example, Karen Henry, she's a qualified host, she's a qualified presenter, she's a qualified trainer, she's a LD, LD2, LD, whatever it is. It helps with that edification as well too. And so, yes, please, promote to your teams. If you, of course, want to be able to retire one day nice and comfortably, you want to have a lot of people in your teams who are becoming qualified presenters and qualified trainers. And again, the first step is qualified host. Okay. So that covers everything I want to talk about today. We'll have the recording out for you the second we're done the call. And of course, just wanted to open up the call. This call is much different than a regular trading call. I want to hear from all you guys. I want to, if you have any questions, if you have any ideas, yeah, we're here to work together. We're a team together here. All right. So thank you for your comments in the chat. Anyone want to share a few words before we wrap it up today?
Great training, Renee. Great training. I made lots of notes here to inculcate a lot of those things you shared, and especially with the TikTok videos. I just started doing TikTok myself, and I found that I have a lot of persons looking at the videos, but I can't see who they are. Only my friends I can see who look, but the others I can't see. How are you able to see?
Okay. Yeah, so in my TikTok, I'll go to the one. So you see here, you open the video, you upload it. You see the
Mhm.
views, the views.
Yeah. Mhm.
Click on that,
I
and when you
click on
click,
it. I click on it, but I can only see my friends. Oh, it's saying after 7 days I can't see.
oh,
Oh,
maybe you're new to it then, eh?
yeah. After 7 days, I can't see the persons who view who are not my friends.
Yeah, and
Oh,
so yeah, oh yeah, and some people I can even nudge, so I can nudge some friends. Like, let me go and nudge John Buswood. I nudged him. Yeah. Yeah, so
okay.
literally, yeah, so some people won't be showed because
Hmm.
of their account settings, but some will be showed.
Yeah,
See,
that's true.
named Debbie Liao. See, I'm gonna follow back Debbie Liao and message her. Oh, so after you follow, you can nudge. After you nudge, you can message them, right? Hi, Debbie. Yeah, I
Oh,
noticed
okay.
we have the same last name. And see if she responds to me. Yeah. Yeah.
Related?
So I don't know. We have a huge Liao. My dad has 13 siblings. Well, the family 13 children. Yeah. So you follow, and then after you follow, you can nudge. Like watch. Um, Naima's here. Naima. So if I follow Naima, I can nudge Naima. Now I can message Naima. Right? Now I can do some messaging and follow-ups there too. Oh, yeah, and Naima nudged me back. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a qualified host already.
Okay.
I think I was the first one when they started doing that. So I was the first one. I had a month of October when they first started. Um,
Good for
I
you.
know you were asking for persons for the Wednesday morning call, but at that time I'm babysitting my grandson. I wouldn't be able to do that call. But I'm ready to take a try at the qualified trainers program. So
Okay, so are you already a qualified presenter? Like, have you done some have you presented in front of the room as well too?
in front of the room, no, on
Okay,
Zoom, yeah.
yes. Okay. So yeah. So what we can do is on Zoom, you have to submit a recording of yourself on Zoom, so the company can see you actually presenting on a Zoom call, and then that
Mm.
can help you get your QP. And once you're QP, then you can reach out to Danny to do a training for the QT program. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So please, yeah, go and record yourself doing a presentation and send the video to Danny for your QP. All right. And
All
I
right.
see Yeah, thank you, Berlin. Actually, my inspiration, funny enough, for this TikTok stuff, I've seen some of you guys on TikTok. I'm like, you know what, this is, I have to keep up here, right? So, all right, Ifra, your hands are raised. Go ahead, Ifra.
Hello, good morning, Renee. Good
Good
morning,
morning,
everyone.
Ifra.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to take a moment to first thank you, Renee, for putting this together. As always, your leadership has always inspired me, and I'm sure it has with everyone. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you. You're welcome.
And I love the part about the social media. Actually, the Winnipeg team and I did an entire night. I think we were together for like 3-4 hours at Karen's beautiful home, and we went through Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and all that. And it was so exciting to see everybody recording and posting, because I've always said my entire business was built on social media. You know,
Nice.
my entire business, literally everybody that that is on my team has either come across one of my Facebook lives, or they have seen my own postings, and then the team has reshared it with them, and they're like, yeah, we recognize her, we watch her live. So highly recommend to get on that. I am on TikTok. I have about 3,000 now, so
Wow.
yes, I can now do lives. The team has been like, my sister Naima has been bugging me. Ifra,
Nice.
you need to get on TikTok. That's why I'm able to do lives now. Every Friday, I do a little bit of a inspiration. I give value, and at the end, I tell people, hey, you like to know more about this beautiful fashion I'm wearing? The banner that you see on the back, contact me. So that's how I've been dealing with them, and I've had some good feedback so far. So
Wow.
definitely, I love it. Thank you so much again, Renee.
Oh, again, thank you, Ifra, for your amazing leadership. And you are someone that, just like Vernon, like you're keeping me on my toes. You're so, again, maybe someone here. Yeah, you're so heavy on social media that sometimes I feel like, Ifra's leaving me in the dust here, and I have to get caught up as well too. So thank you, Ifra. Again, RLD4, thank you. So it's a quick update before we end today's call. The video I just did, I already have 74 views, and my followers went up by a little bit, maybe to you guys. But yeah, so the whole idea is just to keep building up a channel where people, want to keep watching different things, right? So sometimes I'll go to someone's channel and spend an hour watching their stuff, because I find something really educational, right? So there you have it. And you can even create different profiles, apparently, I think on TikTok, like different accounts. Anyways, do one and heavily load it with like product stuff, especially FOL, maybe the collagen when it comes out, and of course and the Divine 8. All right, so well, I'm gonna get ready and get going to my dad's birthday lunch here. But thank you everyone for joining us on our first LLP call, of course, of the year. And stay tuned for our next LLP call. Hopefully, in about 2 weeks, we will do the next call when we're back from the cruise. And for those of you who will be on the cruise, cannot wait to see you all there. And as always, we're one team, one dream to the billion. Okay. Thank you, everyone, especially Asia, for staying up so late. Okay, bye, everyone. Take care. Thank you. Thank you for your last minute messages here. Yeah, have yourselves a great Sunday. All right. Okay, shining down in 3, 2, 1. Bye, everyone.